Maria had always been a fighter, but life hadn't been easy for her. After her husband left without a word, she was left alone to raise their son, Leo, who was just a baby at the time. For 5 years, Maria worked long hours cleaning houses during the day and serving tables in a small cafe at night, barely making enough to pay rent and feed Leo. But through all the struggles, she never gave up. Her only dream was to give her son a better future, one filled with education, stability, and happiness. One day, they moved to a quiet little town hoping for a fresh start. The apartment they could afford was small and plain, but it was clean, close to Leo's new school, and had a little park nearby where Leo loved to play. Each morning, Maria would wake up early, make Leo's breakfast, pack his school bag, and walk him to school holding his hand. Her eyes were tired, but her smile never faded. One morning, as she waited outside the school, Maria saw a notice on the board: free evening English classes for parents. She stared at the paper for a long time. Maria had always spoken very little English, and it held her back from better job opportunities. She knew that if she could learn to speak well, she could change their future. That evening, after putting Leo to bed, she quietly walked to the community center and signed up for the classes. Her heart was nervous but full of hope. This small decision felt like the beginning of something bigger, something that might finally help her rise from surviving to truly living. Maria's first evening at the English class was filled with nervous excitement. The classroom was small but warm, with colorful posters and friendly faces. Other parents sat quietly, each carrying their own reasons for being there. At the front stood Mr. Thomas, a kind-faced man in his 40s, with a soft voice and a welcoming smile. He began the class with simple greetings. "Hello, how are you?" and encouraged everyone to speak out loud. Maria stumbled at first, her tongue unused to forming English sentences, but Mr. Thomas was patient and gentle. "Don't worry," he said. "We're all learning together." With every class, Maria grew a little braver. She repeated words slowly, practiced writing them at night after Leo was asleep, and even started using simple phrases with neighbors and at the market. Mr. Thomas noticed her effort and often stayed after class to help her pronounce difficult words. "You're doing great, Maria," he told her one evening, his encouragement filling her with quiet pride. At home, Leo began to notice the change too. "Mommy, you sound different," he said with a smile one night as she read a story to him in English. Maria laughed, feeling a sense of joy she hadn't felt in years. She knew learning this new language wouldn't be easy, but for the first time, she felt she was walking toward a future with possibilities. Each word she learned felt like a small victory, each sentence a step forward. Maria didn't just want to speak English. She wanted to understand it, use it, and grow with it. In the back of her mind, she began to wonder what other doors might open if she just kept learning and didn't stop believing in herself. Maria's life slowly began to shift as her English improved week by week. She continued working hard during the day cleaning houses, but now she could greet her clients with confidence and even hold short conversations. One afternoon, while cleaning the home of a kind older woman named Mrs. Jenkins, Maria received a phone call. She answered it in English, speaking clearly and politely. Mrs. Jenkins overheard and looked up in surprise. "Maria, your English has really improved," she said, impressed. "Have you ever worked in an office?" Maria shook her head shyly. "No, Mom. Only cleaning and cafe work." Mrs. Jenkins paused thoughtfully, then smiled. "I run a small real estate office in town. We need someone part-time to answer calls, reply to emails, and organize papers. Would you be interested in giving it a try?" Maria's heart skipped a beat. She had never dreamed someone would offer her an office job. I would love to try," she replied, her voice trembling with gratitude. The next week, Maria started the new job. At first, she was nervous, unsure of the computer system and formal English phrases. But just like she had done in class, she learned quickly. Mr. Thomas even helped her after class with job-related vocabulary. In just a few weeks, she began to settle in, gaining confidence with each task. She still cleaned part-time to make ends meet, but the office job gave her new hope and more time with Leo. When she told him about the job, he beamed with pride. "You're amazing, Mommy," he said, hugging her tightly. Maria felt tears in her eyes. She wasn't just learning English anymore. She was building a new future, one bold step at a time. A year had passed since Maria first walked into that small English class, nervous and unsure of herself. Now everything had changed. She was no longer just a cleaner or a struggling mother trying to get by. She was a confident working woman, fluent in English, and proud of how far she had come. With her new job at the real estate office, she was earning more and had enough savings to move into a better apartment. It was brighter, with a little balcony where she and Leo would sit in the evenings, watching the sunset while he told her stories from school. Leo was thriving, too. His grades were improving, and he loved hearing his mother speak English with confidence. One day, the school invited Maria to speak at an event for parents who were thinking of joining the free English classes. Standing in front of a small crowd, Maria took a deep breath and began to share her story, in perfect English. Her voice trembled slightly, but her message was clear and powerful. "If I can do it, so can you. Never stop learning." The audience clapped warmly, and one mother even approached Maria after and said, "You've inspired me. I'm going to sign up tomorrow." That night, as Maria tucked Leo into bed, he looked up at her and whispered, "You're my hero." She smiled, kissed his forehead, and whispered back, "You're the reason I never gave up." Maria knew life would still have its ups and downs, but now she faced the future with strength, courage, and hope. She had started this journey to give her son a better life, but in the process, she discovered something even greater: her own voice and the power of believing in herself.